$14. Poetic King is a scratching. $12 Bundy Lad, 18 Cabora, 12 the only mare in the race, the only female, Slight Chance to be ridden by Shane Dye. Unequalled, $51. Potential Star well in commission on the tote, paying $8 exactly. Cape Stat at $101, My Diamond Rouge at $80, Tenor at $8, Wabasso at $81, Play or Pay at $18, just firm to touch. Mr Mutual Respect at $18, Carptingly at $21, Star Dancer at $12, Over the Top at $16, and Navy Seal at $31. Wowee, a big field, 20 runners. It's sure to be a mad scramble. What sort of tactics do you use? There's big money on. It's a big race and big rewards. A man who knows all about those rewards and what to do in big races is Shane Dye.
Race 6 of the day, the Group 1 Epsom Handicap over a mile. Barriers are of little importance. I think you're better off drawing wide so you can avoid the trouble early, because in the first 300 metres, there's always a lot of trouble. The horses out wide seem to avoid it. The horse called Over the Top, he'll straw on the outside, he'll go forward and probably lead in the race, and they always go fast. The major thing, though, in this race is from the half mile, get off the fence and get going and stay out of trouble. Jimmy Cassidy's drawn 16 on March here. He'll ride him the treat. He's the horse to beat.
Okay, Shane, and Shane knows a little bit about March Hare. He rode that horse as a 2-year-old. In fact, he won the Champagne Stakes and the Fernhill Handicap here at Randwick on March Hare. Now, Unequal goes up, only a handful to move in now, including Navy Seal, Bundy Lad and Over the Top. I wonder if old Superimpose knows it's the Epsom. He's right back there at the rear of the chute, and he's having a good look at these runners as they move in. Now, Navy Seal and Over the Top are the only two out. Star Dancer has the inside gates with Chris Muntz on board. Potential Star faces up squarely. Now, Darryl McClellan moves in on the lightly weighted Over the Top, and they look to be set for a start in the Cannon Epsom Handicap. Starter onto his stand. Big field, they look good. Off and running in the Epsom. Potential Star is a little bit slow to move, and Telesto straight out the back. Slight Chance began well over Play or Pay and quickly into stride Star Dancer. Cape Stat is one of the leaders soon after the start. Bundy Lad is quickly driving through, and here comes Over the Top, storming over from the outside. Then Mr Mutual Respect, Wabasso, followed by Unequal Captingly. Right behind those, March Hare, who's very deep in the run to the first turn from Soho Square. A good way back then is Big Dreams with My Diamond Rouge, Navy Seal, followed by Tenor on the inside of Kingston Bay. Potential Star is a mile back after a slow start, followed by Cabora, and 2 lengths away last Telesto. Around the first turn, Over the Top came right over from the outside barrier to go to the lead over Play or Pay. Bundy Lad third, a length away Star Dancer. Slight Chances 3 deep on the outside of Wabasso. March Hare can't get on the track, he's 4 wide. Mr Mutual Respect between horses on the fence, Captingly. Further back Unequalled, and then Cape Stat, Soho Square, followed by Navy Seal, My Diamond Rouge, Big Dreams, Tenor, Potential Star, and then Kingston Bay, Telesto and Cabora last as they come around the corner. Over the Top is first into the straight in the Epsom. Play or Pay second, Bundy Lad third. Getting a rails run is Star Dancer as Over the Top starts to lug away from the rail. He hampered Play or Pay there. Further out is Wabasso running a bit of a race, and March Hare further out with Navy Seal past the 200 mark. Play or Pay fighting it out with Star Dancer, Bundy Lad, and look at the Pony Express. Navy Seal is charging down the outside with Beatman on board. Navy Seal, the first emergency, storms to the lead in the Epsom. Cabora jumping out of the ground. Navy Seal just in front and won. Navy Seal has lasted to win the Epsom, a breath to Cabora. Now it's very, very close for third. Right up there in a photo for third were Play or Pay, and March Hare is handy with Tenor. At the head of the others then came Over the Top, followed by Kingston Bay, Bundy Lad, Big Dreams, Captingly, then Telesto, Unequalled and Soho Square. At the head of the others came Mr Mutual Respect, Wabasso, and the last couple were Star Dancer and Slight Chance in the Epsom of 94. Oh, I think he's just hung on, hasn't he? Navy Seal by a breath. He was the emergency in the race. If he gets it, he'll pay $29.30 and $8.30. Number 8 what? Oh, $29.80 and $8.30 for Navy Seal. Cabora showing $5.70. And yes, he's got it, Navy Seal, and I just can't put my mind on third now. There were 2 or 3 of them there, Ken. Navy Seal, Darren Beedman's third Epsom.
Yes, John, and Luxa Fortune. Darren was supposed to ride Poetic King. He got a touch of colic during the week. He was scratched. And would you believe that's his stablemate Cabora, who charged at Navy Seal and didn't quite grab him. They're official now, 21 first, 8 Cabora second, and we're still waiting on a photo of the third. As we pick them up there, Play or Pay in the white cap, it got to the front, but here comes Navy Seal, as John christened him many moons ago, the Pony Express, and he charged clear. He's only a little fellow, got clear from Play or Pay, and then Cabora come out of the ground. Here comes Cabora now, TAB number 8. He lunges at Navy Seal, but if you're on him, I can guarantee you he didn't make it. Navy Seal won the prize from Cabora, and we're still waiting between a group of horses for third and Darren Beedman. Wowee, what a jockey he is, and straight back to Group 1 success. Top jockey, he never stopped riding, he never looked to see where Cabora was. He just kept going till he got past that winning post. And what a great result for the Newcastle trainer, Paul Perry, who trains at Broadmeadow, trains Navy Seal, and, well, he hadn't been showing his form lately. I backed him in the Cameron Handicap only a few weeks ago, and he went pretty ordinary, but then came out and ran a terrific race in the George Main Stakes here last week, and then with a lighter weight today, he was able to take the prize in the $450,000 Kennan Epsom Handicap. And there's Darren Beedman, all smiles, aboard Navy Seal. And I reckon that Anne-Marie Sparkman, I can see her over there. Anne-Marie, I believe you've got Paul Perry with you.
I'm with the delighted Paul Perry. What a result for you.
Yeah, it's been really great thrill. Yeah.
Can you believe it, the emergency getting in and taking it off?
Yeah, no, it's amazing, isn't it? You know, and then probably to get Darren Beedman on top of it, you know, after getting a run, it's, yeah, great thrill.
I guess all trainers think they've got a chance when they've got a runner, but did you really believe he had any chance of taking the Epsom?
I truly thought his run was great here in the Way for Age race the other day, and dropping to the 50 kilos or the 51 what he carried, I thought he had a great chance.
Right, well, congratulations, and back to you, Kenny Callender.
Yeah, thank you very much, Anne-Marie. And over there with a delighted Darren Beedman is Malcolm Johnston. Take it away, Miracle.
Yeah, Darren, you don't need superimposed to win an Epsom. Congratulations, what a lucky ride.
Oh, mate, it's just meant to be, I think. You know, I was probably on the favourite, and then I ended up on a 30-to-1 shot and had a trouble-free run through the race, and tell you what, praise the Lord.
Mate, in other words, it was another great ride from Darren Beedman.
Thanks, Mal. I had the horse underneath me to do it, and the old mate looks great, doesn't he?
Good on you, brother. You don't need him to win Epsoms. You're a genius. Good luck to you.
Yes, Darren Beedman, a very delighted Darren Beedman. His first big win since he resumed riding on September 1, just 5 weeks ago, and here he is winning a $450,000 Group 1 race. Dick Robert, the Randwick Racecourse manager, attaches the lead to Navy Seal. He'll hand that to the owners, and we've just been officially informed after a long delay, number 14, Tenor, has grabbed third place in the Epsom, just ahead of Play or Pay, who finished officially fourth. So the placings were Navy Seal, Cabora, and the fast finishing Tenor, as Navy Seal comes down the race to the cheers of those punters who took the 30-to-1. Darren Beedman with his hat or with his cap off, and he rides in gloves. Darren, if you think his hair looks a little bit dark there, he rides in gloves since he started to ride in them in Hong Kong. They've become the fashion with a couple of riders, but particularly with D. Beedman. And there's the majestic head of Navy Seal. And hear the crowd cheering as Navy Seal is led back by one of his owners, Mrs. Brockhoff, and I'm sure they're very, very excited ladies as they lead Navy Seal into the winner's circle after the Group 1 Epsom Handicap of 1994. And on that note, I think we'll leave Randwick for the moment before coming back shortly with more on today's edition of the Wide World of Sports.
There he is, Darren Beedman on board Navy Seal. Cabora making a late challenge. Stablemates, there they go into the line, and what a fantastic win. The Canham Epsom Handicap. Fantastic. Let's have a look at the dividends. Navy Seal paid $29.80, $8.30. Cabora, $5.70 in second place. Number 14, Tenor, paid $3.20. The Quinella and the trifecta down there. Big one, $7,595.30, the trifecta.